Is my hair like not sticking out from the back? Okay. Just put me back together and break me into pieces again. Hi, beautiful people. Welcome to episode 2, where we finally kick off the design episodes. I feel like this is one of the most long awaited one. Thank you all for being patient with me. One of the things I really wanted to do today is to kick things off by talking about the different pictures and colors and textures and materials that inspired the design of each space. So today we're going to be mood boarding. Let's get started. So one of the things I like to do when mood boarding is to come up with a theme to help guide the colors, the textures, the materials, and the overall vibe that we want in the space. When Jeff and I were discussing, we decided that we wanted to bridge borders between our West African heritage and one of our favorite styles, which is the Japanese style in terms of home design. And so we're trying to decide if we should call it Afro-Japanese, Afro-Knees, Afro-Pan, or Jap-Africa. So help us out by commenting below your favorite. So keeping this theme in mind to bridge the borders between West African and Japanese style, I like to guide the mood boarding process with picture inspos, color inspos, material inspos, different shapes, as well as the overall styling of the space. And so that's what I've laid out here, and I'm going to talk about that. One of the books I've been reading lately is the Great Escapes Africa Hotel book, which covers luxury design of hotels around Africa. One of the things I love about this book is how it brings together the themes that I wanted to bring into the space, which is a serene, evocative, but still very functional mood. Also, pictures from Jeff and I's engagement, as well as our wedding and the neighborhood in general, have been a big inspiration for our space. In terms of color, I am that girl that's going to ship paint all the way from the UK to Brooklyn. These paint colors from a brand named Lick were inspired by my sister, who is my second half at Viasha Design. She uses a lot of local businesses in her designs, and Lick is one that stuck out to me for the colors and the textures and the quality of their paint. I wanted to bring in, as I mentioned earlier with the pictures, a warm orange that felt very earthy and muddy, and also warm up the space with more of a beige and an ivory white in the empty space. So Lick paint, orange 02, white 06, and beige 01 were the three colors we really wanted to bring into the space. This woven material here was something that I found in a flea market, and it's always been a inspiration for wanting to bring something that felt natural and earthy to our space. We also wanted to do acoustic wood panels because we do live in a city, so it was important to us that we had a way to keep noise eliminated and to capture the noise into the spaces that are open. So for example, our living and dining areas, we wanted to encapsulate noise to make sure when we're watching TV and when we're talking, it wasn't being heard in the hallways, or that anything from the street facing side of our dining area, that we weren't hearing that too much in the space. And so these acoustic panels were key to that. Natural colored woods and whites, we knew this is something we want to bring in terms of furniture. Things like custom closet, trims around our kitchen, cabinetry would be in the whites. And I'm going to link everything below so you guys don't have to worry about where I got all of this from. And also, as I mentioned, we wanted to give some type of metallic color to the space, but something matte that wasn't too shiny and didn't take away from the serene mood. So going for a matte brass was key to bringing some color. And again, reminiscent of our West African culture, gold is really key to Ghana, as well as Nigeria, which is something that is just part of our overall look and feel. We also wanted to bring in leathers into the space, again, going with that earthy tone, things that are easy to clean in terms of furnishing and accessories. And I was inspired by these beautiful chenille fabric from Jeff's homeware collection that he's launching, House of Entry. These are the fabrics that he's using on the chairs that he's currently designing. And this was a key inspiration, not only in color, but in terms of texture, to bring in that warmth into the space. Things like linen, can't go wrong. Definitely to lighten up the space, brighten it up, but also have that airiness. And then last but not least, stones like terrazzo, my favorite. You can't go wrong with these beautiful textures. Again, bringing in all the different earth tones and colors to life. Speaking of Jeff's designs, one of the things we wanted to focus on in terms of shapes in the space was to bring in curves, the arched and round feels of Jeff's designs. So this is one of his chairs here, the entry lounge chair. This is a Sunufo wood stool that is also really key to our West African culture. And so, again, organic curves and organic shapes, arches in furnishing and design, and bringing in a really evocative arch in the space that curves it and warms it up in terms of architectural detail. This was key for us. Last but not least, in terms of styling the space, I really wanted to bring in that West African touch and the Japanese style through greenery that really felt like home for us. So things like the West African fig tree, dried florals that still have that color and texture. Things like beading, jute, candles in concrete and terracotta. This is also from Jeff's homeware collection that have that woodsy sense of West Africa. And then pillows from one of my favorite homeware designers as well, Modish Decor Pillows, to warm up the space and bring in that bouclian leather style to really bring it all together. And with that said, here's the final mood board. It's linked below for those of you who want to shop some of the items I mentioned today, local brands, Black-owned brands, or for just bringing unique pieces into your space. This is what I used to guide the before and afters of each area, and I'm excited to show you how each one turned out. Thank you for watching, and in the next episode, we'll be showing the before and after of our living and dining areas. As you see, it's coming together. See you soon. Just put me back together, break me into pieces again.